We have a penumbral lunar eclipse. We have Uranus stationing direct, which is really exciting, but I'm not going to talk about those things really. You can Google them if you would like more info. What I wanted to talk about today is one of the longest running, best, most potent spiritual and energetic tools that I use, that I've used for years, since I was a very small child. And that is journaling. And that might seem like, how is journaling such a potent practice? But it truly, truly is. And I've had years and years and years of doing it to really see the benefits and to explore and work with journaling in different ways. And I have some different examples to show y'all of ways you can use journaling to process deep emotions, clear out old energy, old thought patterns, call in what you're wanting. I really believe that the years and years I spent journaling as I was growing up were A, one of the best forms of therapy I gave myself, and B, really laid a foundation for all of the magic and awesomeness I've been able to call into my life and cultivate in my adult years. And I kind of fell off the bandwagon with journaling and saw how it shifted things. Energy gets stuck if I'm not writing it out. So the first journaling I did was just the most basic. Just got a blank book and wrote in it. And wrote. And wrote. And wrote. I like to write. So journaling came easy to me. If you're not someone that likes to write, I would recommend starting with a guided journal. And they have all kinds of guided journals nowadays. And don't push yourself. Don't feel like you have to write a novel. For me, I've written so much over the years that it does just flow. But they have different kinds of guided journals. Some of them, you don't even have to think about journaling as just writing, because you can also do art. This is the Wild Unknown journal. And each page has a prompt on it. This one says narrate. I haven't filled out that page yet, right? This page, there's a lot of this I haven't done. You can draw or write in this book. You could paint, you could collage. So, but it's a way of here's a prompt. Some journals have longer prompts, a full out question. They might give you a quote. They might, there's journals that are geared towards different types of writing, like poetry. Look at this, cherish and intensify. It's all different kinds of things. There's some of these already have artwork on them. Initiate, reply, just to inspire you, and you can kind of run with that and use that. And you might be surprised what I have found with journaling, especially if I'm using a prompt or a guided journal. A lot of times the prompt isn't something I would expect, and so what comes out of me is a surprise, and I get to invite out and explore parts of me that I wouldn't otherwise through the act of using a prompt or a guide in my journaling. I've had planners, daily and weekly planners before, that have also reflection questions. As you're ending the week, there's a reflection question to think about how the week went, or what was most challenging for me this week, or what am I most proud of myself for this week? What am I most grateful for? Things like that. And then this year I'm trying out this awesome new, I got the 2020 Biddy Tarot Planner. And so it says it's a planner and it can be used as a planner, but I got it because it's more of a guided journal specifically for the tarot card pulls I do. Because what I usually do is I pull a card, take a picture of it, and write it, and I keep a journal on my phone, which is a totally valid way of journaling. There's apps for journaling now. If you're someone, oh, good morning, Lily. Good morning to you. But if you're someone that just likes to be on your phone, or that's the easiest thing to do, use your phone. You don't have to even handwrite. There is something powerful about actually writing something down in ink with your hand, because journaling can also be a form of spell work. Truly, think about what spelling is. Spell. It's writing out words, creating words with letters is what spelling is. And so when you write things down, there is an energetic intention. There is taking something from thought into form, from feeling into form. That is energy work. That is magic right there. And so when you are writing things or putting them on your phone, writing them out on your phone, writing them on a piece of paper, it is a form of energy work. And it's powerful. It's more powerful than you might realize. But think about if you've ever been like really emotional and then like written a letter to someone that maybe you didn't send or that you did send, or just let yourself like pour your thoughts out onto a page. It can be really cathartic. Some of us send really angry texts. There is something about needing to move big energy out of our bodies, and writing, journaling, even if you're not writing, if you're creating art in your journal, that is still, it's similar. It's taking something very in the energy, in the ether, and bringing it into form. Good morning, Patty. It's good to see you. I love you too. So this tarot planner is really cool. I've enjoyed it so far. It had us do like a little exercise to reflect on 2019. And this one, because I love tarot already, it has spreads in it. And so that was my 2019 reflection. It might be backwards for y'all, but it has like the whole spread and the questions to ask yourself, and then it gives you all this space to journal your responses. Isn't that cool? Then there's like a New Year's ritual in it. I just got this, so I haven't done it all. And then like it talks about the tarot card of each month. So each month has a card. It talks a little bit about the crystal for each month, the astrology. There's a full moon. I gotta do this today. The full moon in Cancer spread. And then there's a new moon spread for every month. I'm like really excited about this planner. It's more of a journal, and I've learned like I don't really, like I do my planning in my calendar app on my phone. That's what works best for me, because then it syncs up with my online scheduler. My, husband can see it. Like I can get everything in one place. So for me, handwritten planners, I don't really use them. But what I do love to do is journal. So I was taking my handwritten planners. I was getting these planners that had like journal prompts in them essentially, and like using my planner as a journal. So I had to realize, I had a little like come to Jesus meeting with myself, and I was like, Leah, it's okay. You just don't use a paper planner. You like technology, you like the ease and efficiency of having things all in one place on your phone that syncs between different apps and tools. So like just stick to scheduling and planning things on your phone. I was like, okay, I hear that, me. I'm gonna do that. And then if you want a journal for the year that's not just like, I always have a blank journal that I can just free write in. But I love this. It's like every day there's like a card pull. You can write your reflection and your intention each day. And it's not, and then like there's a place for insights at the end. And that's how the months are like divided. There's an equinox spread. I mean, I love this. I was like, thank you, Bitty Tarot Planner. Where you been all my life? This is what I need. I think I'll actually use this. I'll keep up with it. But we'll see. Maybe I won't. I'm sure I'll miss some days, life. But journaling for me has also been a way, when I started trying to meditate and really connect with my higher self and my guides, I started doing what I called channeled writing, which I realized growing up, there were times I was already doing that. I was literally like streaming information or messages from my higher self and guides without realizing that's what I was doing. But there's a feeling you get when that happens. And sometimes my handwriting will change. But once I started intentionally doing that, it was amazing. Like I have a whole journal that I just dedicated to working with my guides and my higher self. And so I would always light a candle, and I would light some incense, because the smell and the act of lighting the candle would bring me into that. It's like saying to the universe, like, I'm open. This is a time for my analytical brain, my busy, active mind to be quiet, and this is me asking and opening to receive deeper wisdom, deeper messages, whatever wants to come through for the highest healing and good. I always establish my energetic boundaries. I ground, come into my body with my breath, connect my body to the earth, remind myself that I'm here in my body. I'm not trying to like jump out of my body right now. Not doing that. That's not what I'm doing. I'm not trying to do astral travel or anything. I'm present in my body, but I'm also opening to receive guidance. And then I would start writing. And sometimes it was only literally the word the. And it would just kind of like the. And I kept waiting. Like, I'm not going to write until I have a full sentence. But like, finally my guides managed to get through and they were like, just write the word the. Like, more is coming. And it felt like I was making it up. It felt like it was just me doing it. Ultimately, it's all us. You know, but like, look how much my handwriting will change depending on like who's coming through. Like, this is channeled, this is my handwriting. It's amazing. And doing this enough over time and building up like a whole journal of channeled writing really showed me how real this was, how it wasn't just me. Like, things will come through that I don't have conscious knowledge. Like, I'm talking like geometry stuff, science, stuff about chemical composition, stuff about outer space, stuff about geometry and different parts of the world. Like, words will come through that like I don't consciously know, that I have to go look up later. Like, looking up things that you've actually written with your own hand is kind of a trippy experience. But it really helped me build a confidence in there is more out there. I might not even know all of what it is. I know I'm setting energetic boundaries that keep me safe and keep me, you know, working with a very high frequency of love. But beyond that, like, this has been a really surprising journey. And so I'm such a huge fan of journaling your emotions to like clear and move energy, journaling your intentions to call in what you're wanting. And then also doing these meditative journaling exercises that are a form of connecting with guides. And sometimes they'll tell me like, okay, put your pen down now. Or if I'm typing, sometimes I do it on my laptop. I started out only handwriting when I would do my guided journaling, but then it got to a point after about 1.5 years of only handwriting, they were like, okay, we can see that like you're used to like having this energy move through you. You can go ahead and move to the laptop. And certain guides want to come through on the laptop because they're more sciencey. I don't know, like they're faster. And so they want me to be typing, and other guides like want to come through with the handwriting. They prefer that. That's easier for them. Sometimes I've connected with departed loved ones that, again, the handwriting is what's easier. They come through a little more slowly. They like that more physical connection of like hand to pen to paper. So, and that's all just comes through a feeling. It's not like they say, hey, go get on your computer right now and da 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 da. No, it's just like this feeling of like, oh, this is gonna like flow better if I'm typing. I don't know, just trust yourself. Trust yourself. So yeah, journaling. It's a short Q&A today. If any of y'all have questions about journaling or how I use it, but the main goals, it's kind of like with tarot, with tarot, you find a deck that resonates. With journaling, it's okay to try out different things. Like, I've tried out so many journals. You might be more drawn to a journal where it's like more creative and artsy, but there's still prompts. You might prefer a journal that's like blank space, no lines. I also like having lined journals, so I have those. Or maybe you want to try something that's even more guided, like you have tarot and you don't want to write a whole lot. Or an app on your phone. There's a bunch of different journaling apps. Some have prompts, and some it's literally just a space where you can write, you can upload pictures. Do what works for you. There's so many options out there. But I definitely, if you're feeling stuck or if you're looking for a way to deepen your energetic work, whether that's for your own inner work or for connecting with guides, for setting intentions or doing some kind of more ritual type magical work, all of these things, like I've used journaling in all of those different avenues and with success for these different outcomes. So that's what I got for y'all today. That's my journaling little, it just dropped in. It was like, what could I share with people? What's like one really, really useful tool that I've used a lot that I haven't talked about yet? And it was journaling. So happy journaling. If you have any questions about it, let me know. But it's powerful. It's probably one of the most powerful tools I've used and that I still use, and I've used it for most of my life, basically since I could write. So, oh, Alexandra, I so needed to hear this. I'm glad, and it can be so simple and easy, and you can do it almost anywhere. You can journal. I journal on my phone in my notepad folder all the time. Just do it. Like, get the things out of you. Like, don't get hung up on the process. The process will refine itself the more you do it. The most important thing is just to start moving things out of you or from the ether into form, and you will feel guided to the tools, the pins or the apps or the books that like are the right ones for you. They'll start showing up. You'll be like, oh, I didn't even know this thing existed. Or someone will gift you a really beautiful journal that you're like, wow, I thank you. And the tools show up when you start moving the energy. So just know that too. Jill says, Leah, validation. Yay! I love me some validation. I need it all the time. And that's another thing journaling's been great for. Like, stuff will drop in, and then like later that day a song will come on the radio that's literally like part of a phrase I wrote earlier in the day. Like, that's wild. Like, trippy stuff happens when you really start doing this, because you are doing energy work. Journaling is a form of energy work. I mean, we are energetic beings. Everything we do is energy work ultimately, but journaling can be a very conscious, powerful, effective form of energy work that's also pretty freaking easy and deep, right? Kind of like Reiki. I love it. Speaking of which, I am getting a Reiki session today from my friend and awesome potent priestess Kelly Benning, and so I gotta get going because I gotta go get my full moon Reiki day on. Yay! All right, I love y'all. Have a great Friday. Mwah!